Hello, I'm Dr. Lonnie Herman, and welcome back to HopeForYourCancer.com. And in this video, I'm going to share with you some more startling information about what can cause your cancer, allow it to persist when we don't want it to persist. And there are certain steps that we have to take quickly, safely, efficiently to get you to quench this problem that can also be allowing your cancer to persist in your body, which you don't want. Free radicals, reactive oxygen species known as ROS, and cancer. This article called Implications of Oxidative Stress and Cell Membrane Lipid Peroxidation in Human Cancer. This came out of a lab in Spain, in Madrid. And their abstract says reactive oxygen species result from cell metabolism as well from extracellular processes. Reactive oxygen species exert some functions necessary for cell homeostasis. When produced in excess, they play a role in the cause of cancer. So what does that mean? We need reactive oxygen species to help our bodies function the way they're supposed to. But when we have too much of a good thing, it can become a bad thing. Too much of a good thing, you've heard that before, too much of any good thing can be bad. So too much of this reactive oxygen species, that doesn't mean that oxygen is bad for your body, but this reactive oxygen species can actually cause cancer to develop. And they come from free radicals, which are unstable cells. And that comes from lifestyle habits and decisions and dietary habits that you've taken throughout the years, or smelling chemicals, or nail polish, or hair dye, or a number of things. The DNA attack gives rise to mutations that may involve tumor suppressor genes and oncogenes and cancer causing. So it can, the reactive oxygen species from free radicals in the body can lead to cancer growth, basically is what that says. Reactive oxygen species are chemically reactive molecules containing oxygen. Examples include oxygen ions and peroxides. ROS, or reactive oxygen species that damage your cells if there's too much of them, form as a natural byproduct, and they can actually lead to, caused by environmental stresses like ultraviolet ray expression or heat exposure, and these levels can increase dramatically under UV light and heat exposure. This may result in significant damage to cell structures. Cumulatively, this is known as oxidative stress. Maybe you've heard that before. You'd think of taking antioxidants like alpha-lipoic acid. Reactive oxygen species are also generated by exogenous sources, meaning from the outside in, such as ionizing radiation. I just said, and what this report says coming out of Spain, is that reactive oxygen species, too much of them, can cause cancer growth in the body, damage to your cells. And this last statement here says that reactive oxygen species are also generated by outside sources like ionizing radiation. Ionizing radiation can damage a cell and create cancer, too much reactive oxygen species. What are forms of ionizing radiation? Cosmic rays, alpha rays, gamma rays, X-rays. X-rays can create reactive oxygen species that damages the cell and leads to cancer. What are X-rays used in? If they cause cancer, because they cause this, what are they used in? They're used in cancer therapy, called radiation therapy. They want to use X-rays to burn the cancer, the surrounding cancer cells. That can lead to more reactive oxygen species, which leads to more cellular damage, which leads to more cancer. You make a decision of what you want to do when you're battling with this disease in your body. It really is advisable to integrate other methods to be able to quench these reactive oxygen species so that your body doesn't continue to get damaged. But adding ionizing radiation through X-rays adds fuel to the fire. There is another free radical that's been described in the literature about cancer, and it's called peroxy nitrate. And they say that this free radical irreversibly inactivates an enzyme that's supposed to inhibit human breast cancer cells. Free radical inhibits an enzyme the body produces, and the enzyme the body produces is supposed to inhibit breast cancer production. Thus, and this is after the whole paragraph in their article, or in their report, thus cellular generation of this free radical peroxy nitrite may contribute to cancer growth and tumor progression by weakening key cellular defense enzymes. So you have to make a decision if you're dealing with any kind of cancer where we need enzymes to be able to defeat the cancer. You make a decision if you want to use radiation therapy. That's up to you. Only you can make that decision. But you better believe when you read this research that that kind of so-called therapy can actually create more oxidative stress, to create more enzyme destruction, to create less inhibition of cancer, to create more cancer progression. So we have ways, we have means when we integrate this natural approach to help you reverse cancer in your body. We have ways to quench these reactive oxygen species and quench the free radicals in the body so that you don't have this as a limiting factor in you getting your body and life back. So you don't have this as a limiting factor that can be between you and living with your family for more years and enjoying life without being mutilated by certain medical procedures. Whatever decision you make is right. I'm not here to be your oncologist. I'm here to help you help your body recover. We're not here to fight cancer. We're here to get to the causes of your cancer. Let your oncologist try to fight the cancer. Let's help you help your body do what it was meant to do. Okay? You can always call our office. We look forward to helping you. Thank you for letting me come into your home.